with a heart so bold. Tapping on keys like they made up your soul. Building dreams out of digits, making websites roll. Oh, Austin Code Monkey, working all night. SEO wizard making rankings take flight. From the Texas heat to the neon glow, you're the constant king of the SEO show.
If you're trying to grow a business online, especially in a place as dense and competitive as Austin, Texas, you figure out really fast that digital visibility isn't just a nice to have.
Oh, it's a battle, a complete battle. You're not just up against the shop down the street.
No, you're competing with these huge national franchises that have, massive budgets.
It's the classic David versus Goliath scenario just played out on a Google search results page. The amount of information you need just to be seen it's overwhelming.
So our mission today is to, cut through some of that noise.
Yeah.
We've got our hands on a really detailed service description from an SEO firm here in Austin called Austin Code Monkey.
It's basically their blueprint.
Exactly.
Right.
And we're going to do a deep dive to unpack what a complete SEO service really is, how these hyper-local strategies actually work, and what metrics really define a win in this space.
Yeah, we're going way beyond the marketing copy here. And for context, this firm, they serve Austin, Travis County, and all the surrounding areas. Round Rock, Pflugerville, you name it.
And they seem to get that business owners work late. Their hours are Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Right. And their number is 737-932-7532. But let's get into the interesting part.
The central idea. They call themselves an SEO firm, but the way they describe their approach, it suggests something different.
It really does. What's fascinating is how quickly they position themselves as a growth partner. They're trying to change the whole conversation.
Away from just being a vendor.
Exactly. A vendor is just a hired gun. You tell them, rank me for this keyword, and they do it. A growth partner is more like the architect.
An architect designs the whole building, not just one room. So what does that mean in terms of strategy?
It means they're focused on the actual business outcome. So revenue, qualified leads, not just those vanity metrics like being number one for a keyword nobody searches for.
Got it. The bigger picture.
The bigger picture. And this whole thing is built on 4 pillars. Really deep keyword research, making sure the website's technical foundation is perfect, building authoritative links, and, this is the big one, creating content that people actually want to read.
I love that shift in focus from just chasing rankings to actually prioritizing revenue. It makes the whole investment feel real.
It does.
And speaking of real, the source material makes a pretty bold claim. They say they've helped Austin businesses increase their organic traffic by an average of 150% in the first 6 months.
Which sounds huge.
It's huge, especially in a market like Austin. So how do they make sure that's real growth and not just, a temporary spike that disappears?
Well, that statistic is a great hook, but the sustainability of it, that all comes down to the ethical approach they keep talking about.
Okay.
They're very explicit about transparent reporting and sticking to Google's webmaster guidelines.
Yeah.
They actively avoid what they call black hat tactics.
So the 150% number is meaningful because it's built on a foundation that Google isn't going to turn around and punish in a few months.
Precisely. It's about building long-term sustainable visibility that compounds over time. And what lets them hit those numbers is intense customization. They just reject any one-size-fits-all package.
Can you give us an example of that? Like, how would their strategy for a new tech startup in the domain be different from, say, a family-owned restaurant downtown?
Oh, the difference is night and day. For that tech startup, the focus might be more regional, right? You're targeting developers in Dallas or Houston who might be looking to move.
And you'd be looking for links from tech blogs and publications.
Exactly. High authority tech sources. But for that downtown restaurant, the strategy is intensely hyperlocal. They have to win the near me searches.
Everything is about proximity.
Everything. Heavy focus on reputation, getting reviews, and building citations so they show up in that Google local pack every single time someone's phone is out and they're searching for lunch near me.
That makes so much sense. So SEO isn't just a one-time setup. It's this ongoing process of tweaking and adapting.
Constant adaptation.
So if sustainability means playing by Google's rules, how do they adapt that clean strategy to win in specific Austin neighborhoods?
That really gets to the heart of the difference between traditional SEO and what they call hyperlocal dominance.
Okay.
Traditional SEO is about hunting for big, broad, national keywords. Local SEO is all about proximity and relevance inside a specific geographic area. It's about showing up when someone needs you right now, close to where they are.
So how do they actually do it? What are the specific tactics for the Austin battleground?
Well, the cornerstones are simple in theory, but the execution has to be perfect. First, just rigorous optimization of the Google Business Profile, or GBP. I mean, that's your digital storefront now.
It really is.
And second is robust local citation building.
Okay, let's break that down for anyone listening. Is a citation just a mention of the business, or is it more structured?
It's very structured. It means having your name, address, and phone number, what we call NAP, be perfectly accurate and consistent across all the important online directories.
Like Yelp and Facebook.
Yelp, Facebook, and also, crucially, any directories that are specific to your industry. When Google's crawlers see that same consistent data across dozens of reputable sites, it's like a massive vote of confidence. It validates that your business is real, it's active, and it's relevant.
So the rest of the web is kind of confirming your existence to Google.
Got it. They take it even further with true hyperlocal targeting. This isn't just ranking for a broad term like Austin lawyer.
No.
It's optimizing for neighborhood-specific searches. You want to be visible in Westlake Hills, Mueller, South Congress, even down to specific zip codes in places like Cedar Park or Leander. They get the geography of intent.
And this is where it gets really interesting for me, the user experience. Because local searches, they're almost always happening on a phone while you're on the move. So mobile has to be a top priority.
Oh, it's absolutely non-negotiable. Mobile optimization is the foundation. That means a fast site, a seamless experience, text you can actually read.
And click to call buttons.
Especially click to call. But they're also looking ahead to voice search optimization.
And Siri and Alexa.
Right. When someone asks their device, where's the best pizza near me? That's a conversational query. They optimize content to capture those featured snippets. That's how you win the search traffic that doesn't even use a keyboard.
And since local success is so tied to community trust, what's the plan for reputation building?
Reputation management is woven directly into the SEO strategy because online reviews directly impact your local rankings.
No.
So they develop systems to consistently generate authentic customer reviews, making it super easy for happy customers to give feedback. And, just as important, they manage how the business responds to all feedback, good or bad, across all platforms. That's how you build trust.
Okay, so the hyperlocal strategy gets you seen in the neighborhood. But you can't build that on a shaky technical foundation. Let's talk about the complete toolkit, the underlying tech.
That's exactly right. And that's where their full digital marketing toolkit comes in. Every project they start begins with a deep, comprehensive, technical SEO audit.
And that covers everything.
Everything. From site speed and mobile responsiveness, which we know is critical for local, to making sure the site is literally speaking Google's language through structured data, or schema markup.
We've touched on schema before, but can you remind us why it's such a game changer for a small local business?
Because it provides immediate clarity and credibility. Schema is basically, it's a translator code.
A translator for Google.
Exactly. It tells the search engines what your content means. Not just that there's a string of numbers on the page, but that it's a phone number. Or that this block of text is a business address. This helps small businesses grab those rich snippets in search results, which really makes them stand out.
And that helps them compete with the big national sites.
It's a huge advantage.
Okay, beyond schema, what are some of the other technical fixes that keep the engine running? The jargon can get a bit much.
It can. So let's just focus on one really critical example. Canonical tag implementation.
Okay.
Think of it as Google's quality control. Websites often have multiple URLs for the exact same page, maybe one for printing, one with tracking codes.
Right.
Well, if Google sees the same content on 5 different URLs, it gets confused. It dilutes the ranking power. A canonical tag just points to all of them and tells Google, hey, this one here is the master copy.
So it focuses all the ranking power onto a single page.
It's all about efficiency and avoiding confusion.
So the technical foundation is solid, but the freight still needs fuel, and that fuel has to be content.
Absolutely. The content strategy is critical. And they really stress that it has to be created for 2 audiences. For search engines, yes, but also for actual human readers.
It has to be engaging.
It has to be. So they do SEO optimized blog posts, super detailed service and location pages. Remember, you need dedicated pages for South Congress or Mueller to win those searches, and just compelling website copy.
And all that great content then feeds back into the ethical link building they talked about. How do they actually get those good links?
They focus on what's called content-based link earning. So you create something so useful or interesting that other relevant sites just naturally want to link to it.
So you're earning the link, not just buying it.
You're earning it. They also build local business partnerships, submit to high-quality directories, and do some targeted guest posting. And really importantly, they analyze competitor backlinks to find legitimate opportunities they might have missed. It's all about building real domain authority.
Can you just quickly define domain authority for the listener?
Sure. Think of it like a trust score for your entire website. It's built up over time based on the quality and number of other trustworthy sites that link back to you. The higher your authority, the easier it is for your content to rank.
Okay. Now, they also list other services, web design, graphic design, video. If the focus is SEO, why is that stuff important to mention?
Because all of those things directly impact the SEO performance metrics.
How so?
Well, for example, they offer business explainer videos. A good video on your homepage dramatically improves how long people stay on your site, which is a positive signal to Google.
And a well-designed website means people are less likely to leave immediately.
Exactly. It lowers your bounce rate. These are creative services that just make the user experience better, which Google cares more and more about. It's all integrated.
Integration seems to be the key word. So if a business owner makes this integrated investment, they're going to want to know when they see a return. How long until you're measuring ROI instead of just effort?
And they're very transparent about this. SEO is a long-term play.
It's not an overnight fix.
No. They say you can expect to see measurable improvements in traffic and rankings within about 3 to 6 months. But the really big transformative results, that local dominance we talked about, that's usually visible in 6 to 12 months.
And what are the key performance indicators, the KPIs, that actually matter for revenue, not just the vanity stats?
They track what matters to the business's bottom line. So organic traffic growth, sure, but also keyword rankings, your rank in the Google Maps local pack, and most critically, conversion rates and lead generation.
So actual customers.
The ultimate metric is ROI. They're focused on attracting qualified traffic, people who are actually ready to buy, not just browsing.
So if we look at the whole process from start to finish, what's that like for the client? It sounds pretty complex.
They break it down into a pretty clear 4-step process. It starts with that comprehensive audit we mentioned, checking technical health, content, competitors.
Step 1.
Step 2, they build a custom roadmap with specific tactics and goals. 3 is the actual implementation by their team. And 4 is the ongoing optimization and monitoring, where they're constantly testing and refining.
That structured process, plus things like detailed monthly reports and strategy calls, must give clients a lot of confidence. And those 10 p.m. hours, they really get that small business owners don't work 9 to 5.
It all comes back to that growth partner idea. They're available when the client needs them, not just during standard office hours.
This has been a really, really deep look at what it takes to win in a market like Austin. I think the key takeaway for me is that success is this unique blend of deep technical skill, the schema and canonical tags, and that real on-the-ground local knowledge.
Right. Knowing the difference between downtown and the Domain or Leander and South Austin. It's a customized ethical approach where rankings are just a means to an end.
And the end is revenue.
The end is revenue. And the source material keeps circling back to this challenge of competing against the big national chains. The strategy to beat them isn't about outspending them, it's about outlocaling them.
Emphasizing local relevance and community connection.
That's how the independent business wins.
Which brings up a really important question for you, the listener, to think about as you watch how search continues to evolve.
The growing focus on this hyperlocal content, combined with advanced tools like schema markup, it's giving small, independent businesses a sophisticated digital toolkit they just didn't have 10 years ago. So the question is, how will this evolution in search tech allow those independent businesses to truly and successfully level the playing field against their much bigger national competitors in the years to come? The tools are there. The key is the strategy.
We really encourage you to think about how these specialized, battle-tested tactics could apply to any business you're involved with, no matter where it is or what industry it's in.
That's all for this deep dive.
Until next time.
Austin Code Monkey delivers expert web design and SEO services for businesses that want more calls, more leads, and more jobs. Our SEO strategies ensure your online presence keeps growing and bringing in results. For more information, call 737-932-7532 or visit our website at austincodemonkey.com.
Austin Code Monkey, working all night. SEO wizard making rankings take flight. From the Texas heat to the neon glow, you're the cold swinging king of the SEO show.